crafters, this is Raquel with Paints and Glitter, and today I'm just coming along with a little tutorial sharing this collection of dies and stamps. I've had them in my stash for quite a while and I hadn't played with all of them, so I just wanted to come back and share with you how I'm going to be using these. First of all, these are from the Textures brand by Lou Collins. You can find them at craftstash.com. And I will link them below if they're still available. This is from the BrushStrokes collection. As you can see, there's a set of dies. There's a matching set of stamps that you can create an easel with if you like to as well. And all of the little bits and pieces there, as well as 3 sentiments. And then there's also this set here, which is what I'm going to be using today for the background, where you can do different splotches of ink and that sort of thing, and even little flowers if you wish to do so, and a heart. Actually 2, so I'll be using that. And there's matching dies for a few of those, and then there's also some sentiments, and there's even some papers that went along with that collection that are really pretty. So I have shown these in the past, but I just wanted to let you know there's they're kind of splotchy looking papers that have all different colors on them and black and white. So here are the dies that I'll be using today. So you can see there's the brush, the little bottle of paint, and the crumpled bottle, then the little cap. There's the 2 pieces here of what would be paint if you squeeze it out of the bottles, and then 2 brushes. Now, if you notice, there's little tabs on the sides, and that's so that you can pop them up from the background. I'm going to be using now the stamp that has the little paintbrush and also VersaFine Onyx Black ink. This is compatible with watercolor inks, so that's why I've gone ahead and selected this one. As you can tell, I've already stamped a couple, so I'm just going to continue on with the other 2 that I have here. And this has embossing right on it from the die. But then this is going to help that kind of stand out a little bit more, of course, with the stamped image, and you can stamp it in any color you like. I just really want it to stand out, so this is what I'm going to do. And it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but that's okay. And of course, depending on the look that you're going for, you can stamp it in a different color. I'm just going to go ahead and do this just like that. Okay, so I've got my little image there. I'm going to use an ink dauber, and then I'm just going to grab this ink. Its name is Tutti Frutti, and I'm just going to tap it in here, and then I'm going to grab one of these, and I'm just going to color it in just like so. Just until there, and in fact you can grab a different one if you want to and layer it on top if you really don't want to ink up that one area there, and gives you a little sense of safety there, right? So that's got all the brush colored in. I'm going to grab this Aquaflow pen in Rustic Oak, and I'm just going to go right in here to where the lines are. And then I'm going to probably follow that through with another water pen just to water it down a little bit. What I'll do now is let this fall onto the glass mat. Got a little puddle there, and then I'll water that down quite a bit and then use that right on top. It's still dark, but I can color this in. Then I'm just going to dab it with a paper towel. And that dried rather quickly. So I'm going to continue on with the rest of these. So I'm going to do all the handles first. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab this color and color these in. this Flamingo Pink Aquaflow pen for this bottle here, just to color in the little portion there that would be the color of the actual paint. I'm going to use this color to color in this little band, just like that. Super easy. Also match this up with this particular ink to give it a little more intensity there, and also on this little edge. And I'm following the same little lines there. On this one I'm going to use Aquatini. To color that in. I'm going to do the same thing again and just grab the back of this to color that in. Here I'm using Garden Party. Same thing again. Just covering that up a little bit. Now I'm using Tiara. Make sure that this is nice and clean. Okay, now that I have these, what I'll do is color in a little bit of the little handle. To do that, I'm going to use a Jelly Roll pen in silver. Clear water pen. Just going to drop a little bit of that color down. Tiny bit. And I'm going to use the same water brush as before, just to pick up a little bit of that color, and I'm going to add it onto this. It's going to be barely visible, but water that down a little bit. And then use it with more intensity here. And here. And down here. Okay, so I've got that. And I can do the same thing here. Just going along these sides. Use the brushed art background stamps. I'm going to start with this side piece first. I'm going to set it on my stamp block, just like that. Try not to cross-contaminate them, of course. Oopsie. And I'm going to use the last one there. Do it on the top. And go ahead and stamp that on here. And I got that result there, which I think is really cute. Of course, I could do a little more yellow here. But I can just blend it in with my brush. Just like that. And the same over here with the blue. Just blend in there. And the green. Can add a little more here. Now, as far as the brushes are concerned, I can put them like this. That'll give me a really cute panel. And I want to introduce, of course, this little bottle, and then have the little bit of paint here and there in between the brushes. These, just like that I can use. So what I can do is do precisely that. Do a little splash of ink over here, just like that. Super cute. Do a green one over here. Kind of there. Can use it more than once, of course. Just like that. Do yellow. It can be over here. And even down here. Do that little splash there. So now, if you remember, this has these little tabs. I've gone ahead and folded them all over, and they start off like this. All you have to do is pinch them in on both sides. Super easy, but that's going to give you a bit of lift from the bottom, from the base of your card. I'm going to go ahead and use these with hot glue. Here's the finished result of how I decided to use this. I just grabbed another notebook. This is a little project that I've been working on, is just taking notebooks and covering them up. I had done a different one where I covered the entire thing with paper, but I decided that this one didn't need much because it is so very pretty. I really love the design on that, and I didn't want to cover it up, so all I did was use the panel that I created, and then I did use this die here that does say the word create, and this one's from the clipboard coverings die set, which all coordinates, of course. So I cut that out of white cardstock and then double matted it with the same black background you see here, and then this peachy color that I thought went really nicely because it also matches the background there. So I guess it's more of an orange color. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it off with a little bit of Nuvo because I thought that these drops would match really nicely. So I'm just going to add a little bit on each little brush, and that way it gives it a little bit of glisten, and that'll be the finished project. But this, I think, is such an adorable set, and I'm going to try to follow my own advice and not squeeze this. Put a little bit here and just at the very end there, just to make it look like this brush is actually wet. And because it's the same tone, even though it's not the same exact color, it's just gonna look really cute, as I said before, as if it were dipped in that very color. So I'm gonna do the ones that are on this side first. Do this. And of course you could do the entire brush if you wanted to, but I wanted to show you this so that you see that this is why I wasn't terribly concerned about the way that I was coloring this, because I know that I was coloring outside the lines and all that good stuff, but it's because you can always add your texture at the end, and that's why coloring doesn't have to be stressful, because it's actually a very forgiving type of craft. You saw that I went ahead and completed, for instance, the edge up here. I mean, I could have just as very well cut it down, but it's okay to leave it like that. I'm gonna do the same thing here, and this one's very, very translucent. There's barely any color to the yellow because this is actually the jewel drop. But there are other more intense yellow drops from Tonic Studios Nuvo. And last but not least, it's actually Caribbean Ocean is the name of this. It says gloss here, and I knew that that was not the name. But in any case, it's a crystal drop. So, and I'm only going to put a small amount here, not too much. I don't have to be terribly careful, but I do want it to land right on the brush. And that's it. That's my completed project. I absolutely think it's adorable. And of course, you know, you could do the same with the paints, adding some glimmer or shine or anything like that. But I think this is sufficient. And I hope that you have enjoyed this project. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And as I always say, I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And don't forget, there are links as well as a coupon code GLITTER15 for you to get 15% off of any CraftStash exclusive products. So if you have questions about that, of course, feel free to reach out. Okay, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.